Hold on. I'm here. Check. What's going on, everybody? Flight delayed? No. We're not delayed, man. We're just scrambling around trying to find a USB-C cable because Blackbird Controls is trying to make my life difficult. But we are back, Chad. We are back in the FSS 727, recently updated 1.12 or something like that. I believe it's the latest update. I think it dropped a few days ago. So I am very, very curious to check this puppy out. We're rocking the old Western livery here. I think Beyond ATC is going to call us Doral. I don't know why or where that comes from, but we are rocking Western pre-Delta Sabotage and flying the 727 200 passenger variant up to Boise, Idaho, just because I don't want to spend money on a Salt Lake City scenery because Salt Lake is super mid. So we're going to Boise, Idaho. I wound the sim time back 6 a.m. in the morning here in the ramp in Los Angeles, and we are ready to go. Now, I also installed the FT-Sim sound pack for this aircraft. Now, I don't know if it's necessary or not. I haven't flown I installed FT-Sim back on 2020, and then we flew it once, and I think I uninstalled it because I didn't really enjoy the cruise sounds. But I'm going to use the FT-Sim sounds on this one. This is a version, a new update for FT-Sim as well. So we're going to see how this sounds as well. So we got a new airplane updated. We got new sounds updated. I also have a panel mod, update the cockpit a little bit, get some more stuff around the engine instruments and things like that. And then we also have the Blackbird Designs tiller. First seen here on this channel. We're going to give it a shot today. This will be kind of a first flight test. Now, I said that I've been scrambling to find the USB-C. I did have it installed. I haven't actually tested to see if the tiller works yet, or if I need to invert my axis, but we'll go over that together. So that's what we got on the lowdown right now, and we are going to just get right into it because we have ourselves a little bit longer of a flight. Not too long, but it's almost 600 miles all the way up there to the Boise Air Terminal. So, who's ready to get this thing fired up? I know I am. Let's go ahead and walk over here. Now, I'm curious, can we do any of the external stuff here? I don't think we can. No externals here with the whatchamacallit, walk around mode, but that's okay. I am using the default LAX scenery because I don't want to pay to buy the Any Builds 2024 scenery, and I'm not sure if their 2020 scenery is compatible. So we're rocking the super heavy performance hitting default Any or Adobo LAX scenery for this one. Transal's coming to 24 next week. Really? All right. But yeah, I'll show you guys right now. We have the I've got my tiller cam right here. Now, I had to sabotage one of my camera cables for this because I had until I can go get a USB-C. Everything I have is USB-A. Pretty much every single thing on my desk, minus the Honeycomb Bravo, is USB-A, and then the printer size for the big stuff. So if you're like me and you have similar hardware setups to me and you are looking at getting a tiller, if you go the Blackbird Controls route, make sure you check out make sure you get yourself a nice long USB-A cable, or excuse me, USB-C. But there she is in all her glory. I'll have some first thoughts and some initial reviews with it. We are also using the Blackbird Controls 727 levers. As always, the stream is basically brought to you by Blackbird Controls. I believe the sale is still going on, the 1-year anniversary sale. So if you're interested in any of the stuff I'm using today, do head over to the website. Check out blackbirdcontrols.com. So until then, let's just go ahead and get this bird fired up right now. I gotta find my way around the cockpit here, so we'll get the battery switch on. Let me make sure my sim sounds are juiced all the way up. Let's go right into an APU startup because I haven't tested the GPU APU switch, and sometimes swapping between GPU and APU can cause issues with it. I also got to find. Now, here's something now. This is a 2020 livery. The left side wing flap is no juice. Right side wing flap, max juice. I don't know. I think it's just part of the livery that's not optimized for 2024. So if FS Cabral can go ahead and update some of these liveries, that would be fantastic because he has some of the best flap textures in the sim for the 727. A is greater than C or C greater than C? No, A is definitely greater than C, man. Matt Presley, what's up, man? I couldn't tell the difference until I was struggling to find out which one I needed.
Morning, Cab. Tell me you rocking the PSL, right?
Hey,
I got mine yesterday.
Simmer.
So
Yes, we did.
Good
yes.
luck going into Boise. Just landed there and weather is spicy. Low IFR.
Ooh,
Cheers.
low IFR and spicy weather in Boise. I love to hear it. Thank you so much for the $10 bank angle check, Callie Simmer. Appreciate you. Yes, yesterday was the first day of of pumpkin spice lattes, and the wife and I, we had to go. We had to go on the way to pick up the kids. We went and got a pumpkin spice latte, and I also made a homemade pumpkin spice latte this morning, which was fantastic. So, all right, let's get the airplane fired up here. We'll go up to the overhead, do a little bit of an overhead flow situation here. We'll go ahead and do this. Boom, back to normal. Flight recorder. Oh, you can actually hear it. Beautiful. That looks good. Instrument comparator test. We would do that. We can't see it. Anti-skid. We'll go ahead and get you. Those are all normal. That looks good. We need to juice up some of the overhead here. Let's go. No smoking off. Seatbelt sign come on as you board. Let me get the logo lights on. Let me get the navigation lights on, which they are. Logo navs are on. Dome white. No. I need overhead. Bright. There we go. And fluorescent panel. Ooh, that's super bright. Okay. That looks good. Map light not needed. Left side, a little bit of juice. Center panel. We don't need the fluorescent. Do we? Yeah, it's pretty bright. I don't really like the way that looks. Oh well. Let's go ahead and get you into standby. Let's get you pulled out here. You know what's funny, Vodka? You say that, but every USB-C... So I brought 2 USB-C cables to the office from home. Both of them were broken. I've never had a USB-A cable stop working, but I've had 2 USB-C cables stop working. So USB-C is dead, my man. Get the galley power on. Let's go ahead and turn up the lights over here. Where art thou? That's really bright. We don't need that. Let's get you up. Let's get the panel lights up. Background lighting up. What is USB B or A? USB B? Well, so the A is your standard size, and then the C is the tiny little USB port. The C is the tiny little USB port. All right. Oops, I didn't mean to do that one. What we can do here is we'll do our fuel quantity test. I forget how to do all this stuff. That checks. And you're supposed to do like the valve in transit check. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. That's good. Close it back the other way. Close it back the other way. We'll test the bulb there. Test the bulb there. Make sure everything else works. Do we need any ground interconnect for the gear doors? Not required. But I think that'll help us. We can actually lower the aft air stair. Let's do that right now. Let's go ahead and, now that we've got some hydraulics. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and get this aft air stair. USB-C is present and future. This is the way. Fake news. Man, I feel like my sim is chugging right now. This default LAX. All right. Come back over here. There she goes. Beautiful. Well, it seems working fine now. Love it. All right. Reset you. Yeah, you can see the kind of a little bit of a stutter there walking between views there. Let's go pre-flight. Let's download the latest and greatest from SimBrief. It's going to go ahead and start you. Let's go ahead and start the fueling process as well. And then we're going to have to start chugging away at our flight plan. So we're rocking pause, and I believe we can do this thing here, right? We bring this over here. We click on this, or we used to. We used to click on this. Okay, then we click on that icon there, and now we have a flight plan we can program. So let's go ahead and get our position in here. We're just going to put the LAX airport in there, located at north 3356.5, insert west 11824, insert, and then we'll go to align, and then it's going to start aligning. While that starts doing that thing, man, my bindings are all messed up compared to the 7.4 that I was flying, so I gotta, everything's messed up here. Let's get some air conditioning packs on. And before we set up the rest, let's get our flight plan loaded. Go back to waypoint. Waypoint 1. Here we go. I'm gonna fly on a multiplayer. Nope, no multiplayer. You guys ended that by trolling, so we're just rocking beyond ATC, which is goated. All right. First waypoint gonna be Gorman. We're doing the Gorman 7, which is located north 3448-2. Insert west 11851. Oh my goodness. 118. I wish I could type this. 517. That's what they need. They need to like be able to put this in your what's it called? N pad. What is the numbers keypad? M keypad, whatever it's called. Numpad. All right, Gorman. Then it's going to be Shafter, located north 3448-2. 3448-2. Nope, that's Gorman. Golly, I'm not used to this format here. My eyes. All right, so let's go. Let's try that again. North, Shafter, 3529. Decimal 1. Insert west, 11905. 11905. 8. Waypoint 3, we're going to bring it all the way down because we're going to be following the airway. We'll back it up, and we're just going to go to the next VOR, down to Mustang. FMG, right here. Mustang VOR, located north 3931. 3931 decimal 9. Located west 11939 decimal 4. Insert. All right. Waypoint 4. Rome. North. 4235. Decimal 4. West. 11752. Insert. Is this the super? No, I wish. I wish. This is the standard 200. All right. Let's see. Top of descent. Then the Boise airport itself, we're going to locate at waypoint 5. We'll be following traditional navigation procedures by the time we get there. But let's put waypoint 5 as the destination. So Boise Air Terminal, north 4333. Decimal 9. Insert. West 116134. Insert. All right, we got our glorious waypoints in there. We're in auto mode. She's aligning. We no longer need you, so I'll hit the wrench to bring it back to the wrench table. I guess that's what it is, right? Hold on. What are these views? So those are wing views. This is my panel view. That's that view. Okay, so these are my side views. All right. We don't need that running anymore. Ground interconnect can be closed off. Actually, we should run electric pump 1, though, so we can close the door. So that's good. Ground interconnect is off. We got the bleeds on. Our top altitude today, we're cruising up there at 32,000 feet. So we'll set our flight altitude to 320. Backup, should that fail, 32,000 feet. We need a 4.4 on the cabin altitude in case we have a failure. 4.4. Wingnuts in the house. What's up, man? So is there a... did they really fix the flap animation? Because I thought you were kidding. But we're going to find out together. We'll do an oil test. All right, that seems to work. Let's go ahead and get one boost pump on. Oh, actually, we're still fueling, I think, right? So we'll leave that off. We're on APU power, so we'll leave that. Everything else is looking good. TR1. Let's put you up into rise. That's on the EPU. And the cooling doors are full open. That looks good. We got the bleeds running. Aft supply. That looks good. Good. All right, vibe test. Vibes are good. Aft entry APU and air stairs, those are all out. Okay. With that done, I want to turn this floodlight off. Turn the floodlight panel off. There we go. All right. Do a magic barrel ref. Let's pull out our charts. For Los Angeles, I just hit something and I heard a switch click. I hope I didn't screw up. All right. Oh, they got rid of the 10.9 ABC thing. Oh, that's so annoying. All right, 10.9. And then we need LAX. What am I clicking? I'm hitting the L key for LAX and it turns all your lights on full bright. Are you kidding me? Off, 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 off. Now all my floodlights are on again. So I hit L for KLAX and then it turned all the lights on. That's annoying. Gorman 7 departure. Alright. Gorman 7. We're going to be blasting off on a heading of 251. And then we'll get our clearance here and take a look at it with Beyond ATC. So 251 on the heading is set. They're still aligning. Let's go ahead and set the radio. Let's get the ATIS first.
Los Angeles Airport information, Juliet. 1255 Zulu. Wind 245 at 5. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 900. Temperature 19. 2.18. Altimeter 3000. Landing runway 06 right.
What?
Departing runway 25 left. 25 right. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
Did you say runway 24? And then
Los Angeles Airport
what are the winds?
Information, Juliet. 1255 Zulu. Wind 245 at 5.
There's no reason we should be blasting off
10.
east.
Few clouds at 900.
Does it actually sound like that? Yeah, it does.
2.18.
That's what a digital ATIS sounds like. It's 100% what it sounds like.
Landing runway 06 right. Departing.
We'll see what clearance gives us. Not even in the 80s vodka. If you pull up a digital ATIS over VHF, that's what it sounds like. But nobody does that anymore unless you don't have CPDLC or whatever, or ACARS. No one ever, I mean, I say no one. I don't remember. The last time I listened to an ATIS was when we were trying to go to Cancun and our ACARS was in op, so I had to listen. We had to actually dial it in on the descent. Yeah, what kind of force listen to ATIS? Oh, jeez. LA clearance, Western 357, request IFR clearance to Boise. I don't know if it's going to take Western as a call sign. It says Doral. I don't know what Doral is. The only people that listen to digital ATIS are regional pilots. Nice.
Doral 357, Los Angeles clearance.
I don't know who
Boise
Doral
Air
is.
Terminal, Gowenfeld Airport. Gorman 7 departure radar vector shafter, then as filed. Maintain 4000.
I guess we'll go
departure
with it.
frequency 125.2. Squawk 130 tree.
I don't know who Doral is, but we're going to roll with it. All right, cleared to Boise Air Terminal via the Gorman 7 departure radar vector shafter, then as filed, maintain 4000. Departure frequency is 125.2, squawk 1303, Doral 357. Doral the Explorer? Oh, good night. That's funny. All right, 4000 on the initial.
Doral 357, read back correct. Contact ground 121.75 when ready for push or start.
All right, so that is set. Let me get my lights set again since this kind of screwed up everything when I hit the L key. All right, and then we need the overhead juice as well. I guess I can unbind that.
Doral 357,
Oh, shoot.
read back correct. Contact ground 121.75 when ready for push or start.
Yeah, I'll have my FO respond to that. I'm going to clear this keyboard binding out. Where is my
We'll contact ground 121.75 when ready for pushback or engine start. Doral 357. Take care. Thanks.
Toggle lights.
You're welcome. Have a great flight.
Thank you. Even though I don't know who Dorel is. Okay, that should be deleted. I don't know why that's in there. All right, Mickey G's in the house. What's going on, man? You ready for college football this weekend, dude? I can't wait. I'm
Delta
thinking about what we're going to smoke up. All right. Gorman 7 departure, 251. Eventually, we're going to get radar vectors to Van Nuys, I'm assuming, which is going to be 13-1. Let me turn you back down. 13-1. So let's go ahead and tune in 113.1. And we got 25 right for departure. Oh my gosh, we have to taxi all the way over there. I want to request departure runway change. Let's see if I can do this with my info.
Request departure runway change.
I want 24 left is what I want.
Doral 357, contact clearance to request a runway change and receive a new clearance. Unable runway change.
Alright, I don't want to taxi all the way. I guess we'll taxi all the way around the airport. What the hell? Alright. At or below 3,000, that's not going to be an issue. Then we're going 251. Eventually, we're going to get vector to Van Nuys. Now, we should have 13.6 dialed in there, technically. So let's do that. Let's do 13.6 first. 13.6 first, and then we'll have 13.1 standby in the nav 2. I looked at that wrong. All right, and then it's going to be course line 251. Let me guess, does my course line even work anymore? No, the course line... Okay, course line works on the Honeycomb Bravo. That's good. That's the only thing that works by default. That's still a killer in this airplane. A good way to test the tiller, 1 hour taxi. Yeah, exactly. I hope I bound it correctly. All right, I think we're pretty much ready to go on that front. Let's go ahead and back to our pre-flight. We got 4 minutes left of cargo, so we got to wait for that. We're going to, I guess, let's just download this info. IKO, KL. Oh my gosh, I didn't unbind it. What the hell? Why is that? That never used to happen. That never used to happen. 25 right, flaps 15. And we're going to wait to set our final. Now, this is what you have to do. That's why you never bind anything from that menu. You go controls, here, search by input. Oh, I got to do keyboard. Delete. Golly. That's so annoying. Whoa, what's going on there? All right. Now we got it. All right, we're done fueling, so we'll come back over here. We got to get all my lights back up here. Windwing FCU works? Yeah, I'm sure if I got Moby Flight, but nobody got time for that. Fuel pump on, 1 in each tank, 1, 2, and 3, and 1 here. That looks good. Those are all closed and normal. Getting ready for push and start. We'll get both hydraulic panels open. We'll also close the aft stair. We'll close that. Let's remove the chocks. How are we looking? 2 minutes left to finish loading. 2 minutes left. Yeah, I hooked up the tiller. Long taxi out. Yep. LAX taxi fam. Exactly. We're going to be doing a long taxi. Would you have to contact clearance for a runway change IRL? You're not going to get a runway change. You're just getting what you're going to get assigned. You're just going. No, you don't change. That's something private pilots do at little airports. You really don't get runway changes. You can request a runway change for performance if if they assign you a short runway and you need a longer runway, but if you're an LAX and they're like, you're getting 2.5 right, and you ask them for 2.4 right, they tell you to pound sand. Remembering to watch college football on Pluto TV. What's Pluto TV? Al W, what's up, man? You enjoying our fake fall? I love fake fall, man. I'm so jazzed. It was cold yesterday. I went fishing. I actually had a light jacket on before I went fishing. All right, so we're all set here. We'll do flaps 15. That's stowed. That's there. I can't set the trim until we're done. Our initial altitude is set. Our squawk code, did we ever set that? We never set our squawk of 1303. So let's come back. Actually, squawk code is on the overhead. Gosh, this airport is terrible at performance. Where is Z squawk? Oh no, this is the passenger. 1303 on. Put you in TARA. All right, we're almost fully aligned too. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna wait until that's done, and when that's done, we'll come down here and we'll hit the alignment thing. Yeah, it's fake fall right now. It's fake fall. We could just taxi to 24 left and tell them to pound sand, but it'd be a long taxi. That's all right. We should. Oh man, that means I should probably open up my actual taxi charts. Yeah, we'll use the onboard charts. I will use the align now button. I'm just going to see how far it gets to the alignment after we wait for the boarding. Victor Silva, what's going on, man? 49F this morning, and I got a text asking if I'm returning to de-ice planes this winter. Life is good. Oh, Joe Plains, Mr. Chicago, what's going on, dude? Don't remind me. We're going to have to do an Airbus anti-ice de-icing stream here pretty soon, huh? All right, we should be about done. 15 seconds, chat. 15 seconds. We'll prep the flight engineer panel. Let's come back over here. Let's get the packs off. That's going back up. Packs off, but we got the bleeds. 1, 2, and 3 are open. We got the APU bleed on, providing start pressure. That's ready to go. They're all ready to go. And we'll do a power back here on our own. We are finished. So now that we're finished, pre-flight takeoff. Let's download the final information. Let's set EPR and trim and speeds. All right. Speeds are set. Max 194.6. Or 166. All right, beautiful. Let's go ahead and bring up our taxi charts for LAX. Make it big, zoom it in. We're way over here. We're going to come all the way around, which is going to be absolutely terrible. We'll start with the FO's window open. We'll do 3, 2, 1. Let's come up here. Let's get the beacon on. V1, would you request push and start, please, for me?
Doral 357 at gate 37 Alpha. Request pushback.
Doral 357, Los Angeles ground, pushback approved. Face east.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face east, Doral 357.
Why am I getting an aft entry still open? Getting an aft entry light. Remove the cones. Is it because the door is open, maybe? Oh, I wonder if it's because this door is open. How's your performance in Simulator 3? Mine has been absolutely fantastic, except this airport here in LAX. I'm using default LAX. It's gross. All right, that should be set. Let's go ahead and spool them up. You ready? We're going to go 3, 2, 1. We're ready for engine start. Grounding 3. Now, remember, we're using FT Sim, so let's see how it sounds. The oil light is out. There's 20%. Start her off. ITT is rolling back. What?
Features of the Boeing 737 aircraft. Please do not use headphones during the demonstration. The aircraft is equipped with 2 main emergency exits.
Good start on 3.
A red exit sign located at the front of the aircraft. There are also
Grounding 2.
exits on the wings in the middle of the aircraft. Please take a few minutes to find the nearest exit. In some cases, the nearest exit may be behind you. to evacuate the aircraft, ground level lighting will guide you to the exit. To
Too long.
unfasten the seatbelt, insert the metal part into the buckle, which can be adjusted through the end of the belt. To open the belt, lift the outer part of the buckle.
I think I remember saying that I enjoyed the default startup sounds better.
You are traveling with a child or a person who needs assistance.
Can I close this door over here?
First, and only then help the person. The life jacket is located.
There we go. Leave me alone. Too much nonsense. 2 good starts. Grounding 3. Here we go. Or excuse me, 1. Oh yeah, I did see that Boris on the Learjet. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. Now that I can actually bind stuff, I'm going to have to get the Lear up and running, and then we're going to have to do the Boris audio for sure, man. Absolutely. We're actually almost fully aligned, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit this. 0 for 5. Align nav selected. 20%. Fuel on. Light off. Much smoother needle animation. You notice that? I think that was in the changelog. Much smoother on the needle animation. There's a starter cutout. ITT's rolling back. Engine stabilized. Alright, reset that. We got 3 good starts. 1, 2, and 3. Let's head back over to our engineer panel. 1's for free. Move over to Gen 1, Generator 2. Why are they calling me? What are you calling me for, woman? Do I need to actually, like, turn the intercom on? I'm not sure. I guess they're ready. Alright. We got 3 good starts. We'll do flaps after pushback. Brakes released. I'm holding the brakes. Hold your ears. We have reverse thrust binding conflict. Okay, we'll use F2. Here we go. Let's break some windows. Face east. Be able to face east. Nobody faces east in reality. Close enough. Brakes are set. Okay, let's go ahead and set flaps 15, so 2515. Here we go. Wing nuts in the house. Are these any different than before? Here we go. Let's see. 2, 5, 15 should be set. Oh, I should have set it with my Bravo. Oh, dang it. I forgot. They do appear to be moving out a little bit, and now they're going down. I mean, that looks pretty good. Flight control checks. Let's make sure we are at 15. We are. Flaps 15 trim is set. Takeoff config is checked. Let's go back to RTO up top. Auto brakes. RTO is set. Lights out. We're ready to taxi.
Doral 357 request taxi.
Doral 357, runway 25 right taxi via Delta 9er, Delta, Kilo, Bravo, Foxtrot.
Runway 25 right taxi via Delta 9er, Delta, Kilo, Bravo, Foxtrot, Doral 357.
All right, I messed up my flap lever there, so we're going back to flaps 15. Because if I don't set it with my Bravo, it'll mess up. So flaps 15 is set properly now. Slats are better. The slats do look pretty good. Do I have more of a leading edge? I don't really have more of a leading edge view here. That's the only problem with the 727 is you need 12 keys for views instead of 9. Oh, dude, the slats do look great. Look at the slats out there, man. How do I get to my hack view? I can't get out to my hack view. There we go. Hold on, look at this. Look at the grease right there over the wing. I might do a hack view for the slats. Watch this. We're going to rebind the slat view here a little more forward. Look at the nice scratches on the windows. Okay, now that looks great. Slats look really good. I'm going to go ahead and reset this view right here. Alright, so that's my new slat view. Can I get a little bit of a window in here?
Southwest 1998 at gate 15, request pushback and engine start.
No, Southwest. Hold your horses. I guess right about there. Got a little bit of glass in the
Los
way.
Angeles ground, pushback approved, face north.
I could try that one.
Pushback approved, face north, Southwest 1998.
Alright, where are we going? Delta 9 Delta, Kilo Bravo Foxtrot. Brakes release, let's go. Tell me where to go, Wingnut. I'm just going to get some thrust. You tell me to turn left. Alright, Delta Kilo. I know that much. Delta Kilo, Bravo to Fox at the end. Okay, brake check. Let's go. Alright, here we go. First taxi with the Blackbird controls tiller. This thing is massive.
American 1499 Heavy at gate 41. Request pushback and engine start.
American 1499 Heavy, Los Angeles ground, pushback approved, face south.
I gotta get used to how big this thing is.
American 1499 Heavy.
That's what she said. You can see here though, it is moving with the tiller. That's very cool. A little bit more sensitive. A little bit more sensitive than my Cat 3. Might have to do some tweaking on that, but overall, having a massive tiller here is, how do you, I mean, that could be, I see why it's so low, because having it up high like I have mine right now, I feel like it's harder to get those fine movements. Alright, are we on? Yeah, Delta's the inner, Kilo is the first left. Delta's the inner, Kilo's the first left, 4000 is set, takeoff config is checked, 251 on the heading, transponder is set, auto brakes are armed for RTO. Alright, we're looking good. We are looking good, chat.
Southwest 1998, request taxi.
Blackbird control.
Southwest
My man.
1998, runway 25 right taxi via Delta 7, Delta, Delta 9er, Kilo, Bravo, Foxtrot.
Runway 25 right taxi via Delta 7.
Why is the yoke
Delta,
so
Delta
low?
9er, Kilo,
So I can
Bravo,
see
Foxtrot,
my,
Southwest
my instrument view.
1998.
Alright, Kilo's our first left here, coming left.
American 1499 Heavy request
And then
taxi.
Bravo is going to be the middle. Bravo's the outer.
American
So
1499
I know where I'm
Heavy,
going now.
runway 25 right taxi via Charlie 10, Bravo, Foxtrot.
Very smooth, very smooth.
All right. We'll taxi to runway
My son
25
passes this
right
from
via
check ride
Charlie
today.
10,
Anthony Teal, that is
Bravo,
fantastic
Foxtrot,
news, man. Tell him
American
a
1499
very
Heavy.
large congratulations is in order. Tell him I say congratulations, man. Go out and do some celebrating. That's fantastic. That's a hard one to pass as instrument, man. A lot of nuance to that instrument rating. Look at the wear marks there on the leading edge from the slats. I like that. I like that. Got to get out of this default airport, though. Got to get out of this default airport. Looks like Truck Simulator now. Oh, look at this 7.4 over here, Asiana. That's fantastic. We got a Singapore is that 350? Real world position has the tiller hub about 6 inches above the bottom edge of the instrument panel. I could see where that would make more sense because when you have your arm up like I do, it's a little bit more challenging to get the finer movements. Kind of how I say when you have your armrest for the Airbus side stick, you want your arm on the armrest flat and then just being able to touch the side stick. You don't want to have your arm free floating. Anthony Teal, I would be too, man. That's fantastic. Oh, look at this beautiful shot there. A350, Singapore. Hey, there's Infian. Where's Infian at? Does Beyond ATC include AI traffic models? It uses FSLTL, and it'll use other AI traffic that you have, or other models, and then it will inject the AI. Yeah, it does all the AI traffic on its own. Look at that 7.4 though. That's awesome right there. What I really need is that WinWing floor-mounted yoke. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need. Oh, we got a National Cargo 7.4 over here as well. Man, Beyond ATC makes the airport so real. They are real. I think that it's based on real routes and departures. That's what it loads the traffic. All right, Bravo is the middle one here. Clear left onto Bravo.
American 2027 at gate 51 Bravo. Request pushback. American 2027, Los Angeles ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
90-degree turn here. Looking
Approved.
good.
Face south. American 2027.
Yeah, getting those ground stutters there in this scenery for sure. Yep, Beyond ATC uses real-world route data from a few years ago, or a few seasons ago. Very cool.
Nippon Cargo 101 Heavy, ramp Sierra 2, request pushback and engine start.
Nippon Cargo 101 Heavy, Los Angeles ground. Pushback approved. Face
Interesting. I
northeast.
actually like grabbing it here on the inside.
Pushback approved, face northeast, Nippon Cargo 101 Heavy.
That's that 7.4 calling for push right there, the Nippon Cargo. I thought it was a National, but that's a Nippon Cargo right there. Built my new computer, AMD 9800, 98X TV,
Contact
and a
Los Angeles
5070.
Tower.
Nice, man.
120.95. See you.
Enjoy it.
Contact Tower 120.95. American 1499 Heavy. See you.
After having to design a one-to-one tiller, I see why Boeing never did that tiller design again. Yeah, it's massive, man.
American 2027, runway 25 right taxi via Charlie 9er, Bravo, Foxtrot. Runway 25 right taxi via Charlie 9er, Bravo, Foxtrot, American 2027.
Oh, look, the Nippon Cargo's in the push.
Nippon Cargo 101 Heavy, request taxi to the active.
Cargo 101 Heavy, runway 25 left taxi via Alpha, Foxtrot.
That was a quick push and start there for Nippon Cargo.
Runway 25 left taxi via Alpha, Foxtrot, Nippon Cargo 101 Heavy.
Nippon voice sounds like racism? You obviously don't know what racism is then, my friend. Wow, that 7.4 is taxiing fast, though. Still have any seats available? Yeah, we got one more seat located all the way in the back. One more all the way in the back for you, right next to the lav. Yeah, see, the only thing I'm going to make an adjustment on now is I'm going to make a curve for the tiller, just because it is a little bit sensitive there in the middle. It really wants to start moving. The Cap 3, I believe it forces the software when you load it up. It already has kind of a curve to it. That's the only thing I'm going to do different. In the smoke injection. Smoking or non-smoking? Which plane do you enjoy more, 7.2 or MD-80? Ooh, that's a tough question, man, because they're so different. So different. I personally like the look of the 7.2. Ask me that question again when I get the 727 Super. I think right now the MD-80 with the immersive audio pack is just, it's really coming together nicely. When I get the 727 Super, though, with the bucket reverses and everything, ask me again. Blackbird says XP72 ran his with a 0.4 sensitivity and said it worked pretty good. All right. I'll definitely check into that. I'll look into that. Well, going straight here is pretty easy. You can maintain center line with just a little bit of differential braking. Matthew Presley, if Beyond ATC were to simulate what Tokyo Oceanic sounds like over HF, people would freak. Completely unintelligible. I could only imagine. Oh, look. Nippon Cargo is racing us. Here's Foxtrot.
Contact tower 120.905, Doral 357.
Nippon Cargo 101 Heavy, Los Angeles Tower, wind 2 for 5 at 5, fly runway heading, runway 25 left.
Oh yeah, that's the view I want right there. I want to see the 7.4 take off.
Fly runway heading, runway 25 left, cleared for takeoff, Nippon Cargo 101 Heavy.
Oh, you know what, Blackbird? You might be right. I do have them shifted over one slot. That might be it. That might be the problem. Look at this 7.4, man. Come on, PMDG. Whoa! Okay. That was a little aggressive. Slew mood. That must be Gus. It must be Gus. Must be Slew Stavo over there, slewing himself onto the runway. Suspect. Alright, we are ready to go.
Doral 357, ready to go, runway 25 right.
Doral 357, Los Angeles Tower, wind 2 for 5 at 5, fly heading 320, runway 25 right, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 320, runway 25
Heading
right,
320,
Doral
huh?
357.
Alright, so we'll set 320 there. Let's go ahead and get the lights on. Navigation light is off. There's a couple more things we need to do on the overhead panel. I'll get that, or on the flight engineer panel here. I'll get that in a minute.
Nippon Cargo 101 Heavy, contact SoCal departure, take care. Contact SoCal departure.
Ground
Nippon
flight
Cargo
mode to
101
flight.
Heavy. Have a good morning.
We're making a right turn, heading 320. Once we get lined up on the runway here, we'll shift over.
Southwest 1998, ready for departure. Runway 25 right.
Hold your horses, Southwest. Alright, 25 is set. Our first Blackbird Controls killer taxi has been successful. Let's get some yogas in chat. Spool them up 50.
25 right for traffic, Southwest 1998.
Here we go. Toga.
Southwest 1998, hold position for traffic. Hold position for traffic. Southwest
Blackbird
1998.
Controls is killing my sim with a 50. Don't know. Oh my gosh. Blackbird Controls, thank you so much for a massive 50 sub bomb. Let me get power set here. Yoga's in chat. Airspeed's alive. Here we go.
Southwest 1998, runway 25 right, line up and wait.
80 knots.
Line up and wait, runway 25 right, Southwest 1998.
B1, rotate.
Positive brake. Gear up.
Positive brake.
Fly it. Man, that does seem to be chugging pretty bad there on the stutter. So what's going on with that?
Tower, wind 2 for 5 at 5, fly heading 250, runway
This
25
airport is
left,
terrible.
cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 250, runway 25
400
left,
feet,
cleared for
right
takeoff.
turn.
FedEx for 25 heavy.
Doral 357, contact SoCal departure.
Contact SoCal departure, Doral 357. See ya. SoCal departure, Doral 357, 1,300.
They would never have you turn right over the.
357 SoCal departure. Good morning, radar contact. Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Altimeter 3000.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Altimeter 3000, Doral 357.
What happened to my radios?
Doral 357 cleared direct Gorman. Resumo navigation.
Roger, heading direct Gorman, then resumo navigation Doral 357. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're welcome too, buddy. Oh, let me get everything situated here. What happened to my radios? What happened to my radios? .200 knots, turn you off. Or 200 knots, jeez. Turn you off, almost there. Let's get things up so that's coming in. Oh, that's a pretty sick looking slab right there. Did I turn the brightness off? Alright, hold on. Let me get everything
SoCal
set up
departure,
here.
Southwest 1998, 1,300.
I need to get a sterile cockpit.
Southwest 1998, SoCal departure. Good
Alright,
morning,
16 is
radar
set.
contact. Cleared direct Seal Beach. Resume the LOX 1. Climb, maintain
Let's go
flight
low.
level 190.
Cleared direct Seal Beach, resume the LOX 1. Climb, maintain flight level 190, Southwest 1998.
SoCal departure, FedEx for 25 heavy, climbing via Dodge 2, 2,300.
FedEx for 25 heavy
back to door, resume the dots 2.
Alright. There we go. That's 250 on the speed. We got 16 is set. What was our flight plan? Navlog Gorman was waypoint 01. Let's see. Distance and time is 46 miles, 9 minutes, 01. Desired track to Gorman. Let's make sure it checks out. 336. That checks out. Let's go to Oxnav. Oxnav. I guess I can put you back on VLOC. Oxnav. I don't know why I can't arm my altitude. I feel like that's going to be a problem. Alright, 16 is set. Altitude hold is off, but why can't I arm you? On IAS hold, I've got a feeling that now we've got our brightness back. I've got a feeling something is bugged. There's 250 knots. That's what happens when you don't turn on the pressurization. APU's on in flight as well. Man, we screwed that up royally. Let's go ahead and level off. And where is the cutout? Cut you out. Lower on the climb here. Alright, now we're getting back in it. Let's go back to engage, Oxnav. Wow. Very violent engagement of the autopilot. I don't know why it's doing that. Back to IAS hold here at 330. 16 is set. Now it's going into alt capture mode, isn't it? Let's see what happens here. Yep, just went into alt capture mode. Golly, what is with that? I thought it was just going to crash. I don't know what's going on with it, chat. It's pissed I left it's not doing something right. I'm going to turn off. I wonder if it's a yoke issue. I'm going to go back to my yoke instead of vodka 727 yoke from 2020. Alright, re-engage you. Oxnav, IAS hold. There's no alt arm. It's not working, vodka. That's why I think it's weird. Hold on a sec. trying to see why it won't even just start flying. Let's go ahead and go waypoint change. I know we're still going. We're still okay. What is the distance? 21 miles. We're still going the right direction. But she's stuck in altitude select. Come on now. The texture mod is bugged with certain liveries. Oh, virtual flight diaries. You know what? Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. 100%. I bet you that's what's causing it. 100%. Somebody with useful information. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Alright, we're under control now. No, you don't need the nav GPS switch. Virtual Flight Diaries, the only one in the chat box of 300 viewers with useful information. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Alright, 92 is set on the power. We're climbing. 320 is set. I won't be able to arm. I don't know why I can't arm this. The only time I've seen this not be able to arm is when the airplane is bugged. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that is. And I'm also not sure why she wants to do... Let's get the vertical speed. Let's just do this here. Yeah, I am using the texture mod, and I think that 100% it was the problem with some of this going out. I threw it on just because I liked what it did to the engines. It put that little round, these bars around the engine instruments. I really like that. This technically does nothing. We'll just keep you in heading mode. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Vertical speed. We're climbing. Cabin is still coming down. That's good. I think we finally got it under control. Hayden J. Robbins, thanks for the £2, man. Hi to the lovely Miss V1. Have a lovely day. Miss V1's here. Good to see you, Miss V1. Thank you for stopping by. Worst possible time. Also, thank you, Blackbird, for a massive 50 sub bomb. Nuked my sim at the worst possible time. I appreciate you very, very much. If you picked up a membership from Blackbird Controls, make sure you shout them out and say thank you. Really appreciate that. She left, so yeah, she's probably just stopping by for take. It always happens. Worst possible time. All right, but we're finally back in it now. Magic Barrel Ref 29092 is set. We're under control. Vertical speeding out. I'm going to keep vertical speeding until we get up to about 300 knots. And then we should be good. But I wonder if indeed the texture mod was causing some issues with that. And I also wonder if the texture mod is not allowing this to illuminate even though it's armed. I can't see that it's armed. So I think that would be the problem. I think it's working. I think the texture mod has got it bugged. All right, there's waypoint 1 to waypoint 2, so that's doing its thing normal. Here comes the waypoint change, looking good. And I'm going to attempt an IAS hold here now. So let's go IAS hold. Yeah, Steven, I should have. I broke my own rule, man. Broke my own rule by trying something new. The problem is there's not a ton of liveries for 2024 yet. A lot of them are on 2020. I don't know who flies mid-sim. All right. 344 is the new track. I'm just going to set that as a reference. 344 is set. Looking good. All right. We're finally back at it. I totally agree, Steven. The fewer the add-ons, the absolute better the sim is. 110%, my man. 110%. Thank you, dude. All right. She said you guys would debrief the flight over dinner. 2024, the sim where textures can mess up your airplane. Hey, Wingnut, at least I fly an actual sim instead of P3D or whatever you fly back in on your potato rig, so you can just piss right off, my man. Blackbird Controls, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Funny how how much can change in a year. Last year I started Blackbird by setting to a 727 lever, and a year later you've effectively got a standalone 727 tiller. Been a hell of a ride, good sir. Blackbird Controls, my man. In all seriousness, thank you so much for the support. And absolutely, man, that's been a wild ride for Blackbird Controls, and I couldn't be more happy to be a part of it. Hope you have a good rest of your day, making some tillers and back into the tiller facility, man. But yeah, I appreciate it, Blackbird. We got all three. We got the 727. I mean, we're basically a 727 cockpit now, other than the yoke. So, Blackbird full-size yoke when? FS Cabral, what's going on, man? Oh, I am using FS Cabral livery. When you mean texture mod, do you think it is the livery? The only livery I added a new cockpit was for the Varag one. Ah, yeah, Fabio. So there's a FS Cabral. Well, first and foremost, dude, you are the goat of bare metal liveries, man. 110%. So there was a cockpit mod on FSTO that I threw in on top, and it basically, the really only difference I saw was this engine panel change here, where this was pretty common on some of the 727s, at least the pictures that I've seen. So that's what the cockpit mod does, but apparently it might mess up some other things. But one thing I did notice, I don't know if this is a thing you can adjust, but I'm using your livery in 2024, so I know it's not supported for 2020. The only thing I'd noticed that doesn't really work properly is the flaps on the left wing for this particular livery. Is the left wing flaps don't have a texture on them, but the right wing flaps do, and they look absolutely amazing. So I love your liveries, man. I tested almost all of them to see which ones worked the best so I could do this stream, because you, like I said, like Wingnut said, the bare metal master indeed. So pleasure having you stop by. 3 years from now, V1 will be doing a stream on his new Blackbird Controls full motion 727 setup. All right. I remember why I don't like this airplane. Just kidding. I remember why I don't like streaming this airplane. Streaming this airplane is a royal pain in the butt, but it is fun to fly. Thank goodness we had an AIFO to get us out of here. All right, all things are good now. All things are good now. That is an airplane cockpit right there. The struggle is what makes it entertaining. I went against my own rules, Steven. Why would I install that mod, my man? Shouldn't have done that. Now, what did we think of the FT Sim sound pack? Could you guys tell a difference? I wonder if, because at cruise, when I ran the OG FT Sim, I didn't like the cruise sounds. I think I don't like them. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see when we get up to cruise. We also went out of 10,000 feet. We'll get our lights off. All right. Smoke them if you got them, please. Seatbelt signs are off now. Original was better. Had the high-pitched turbine whine is better in default. Yeah, why can't anybody make a really good JTAD sound pack, you know? I feel like the same thing with the immersive audio. There was a little bit of miss on the whine. The best JTAD sim sounds was FlyJ 727 and the 737 Classic from FlyJ Sim. They're the only dev/sounds that sound correct. Thomas, what's up, man? The 7.2 was my first passenger experience in 1976. Pure magic. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to record anymore. I guess you're right there.
As well as a meal or snack. Please read the onboard menu. If you have a food allergy to any of the ingredients, please inform the cabin crew. At the same time, we inform you that the preferred payment method is card payment. Thank you.
Do you have no idea? Do you have any idea how the fuel pipes are routed to the engines on this plane? I can tell you we forgot to do the rest of our fuel pumps. No, we got them all. It's so you have what do you got? 3 tanks, 1, 2, and 3. They each have 2 boost pumps. You got 4 in the center, 2 in the other wing. So you have, what's that? 8 boost pumps total. And it's similar to 747 Classic, but what you want to do is you want to burn the center down until it's equal to your wing tank. So on a short flight like this, we've got, what's that? 8,500 there, 8,500, 8,500. So there's no management necessary. But if you have more fuel in the center, after takeoff, you want to configure your fuel so you can burn from the center tank, get it down to, 12,000, and then go ahead and burn from all 3. So I believe that's the proper way to do it there. So. Key 6, what's up, my man? Used to love hearing those Delta 73s, 200 leaving at Daytona Beach. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Approaching 1,000 feet, actually 2,000 feet to level off here. Gotta bring the N1 back. My N1 on number 2 is like pretty high there. I just have to bring it back. Interesting. See my throttle position there? Alright, we're cooking with gas now. Why is the fuel flow... What is going on here? Why is the fuel flow on number 2 3,500? Well, that's because these are over boosted, that's why. There we go. $1,000 to level off. Boris is doing the Blackbird 73200. That would be nice. I wish he was. Yeah, see, in cruise, I don't love that. I don't love the sound in cruise. But when are you outside in cruise anyway? Another 500 to level off. Wonder if Agent JZ has some JTAD footage. Wait, is Boris really doing the, is Boris really doing a Blackbird 7.3? Friction Mafia, that's a deflector. That's a FOD deflector, so it doesn't get sucked up into the engines. So if you're, like, for water and stuff. Instead of, you know how it flings, the tire would fling all that stuff upwards, that will, it's to deflect it. Give me a good L1011 sim with bore sounds and I can die free or die happy. Yeah, that'll never happen though, but that would be nice. Look how good the sim looks right now though. My goodness, ortho looks super sharp. All right, we're leveling off, I think. Altitude did capture, so it's working as intended, just the lights aren't lighting up like they're supposed to. Alright, we'll go altitude hold on. We'll engage the auto throttle. Oh, Bluebird. Okay, yeah, there was a confusion. Thanks, Dad. Glad. Yeah, I got it. Alright, auto throttle is engaged. It's going to go ahead and do everything it needs to do. I wish we could turn these hydraulics off. Listen to it constantly whining there. Alright. What happened to the Any-Builds L1011? You know, I was wondering that the other day too. I think it's been abandoned, which is unfortunate. I think they realized because it wouldn't sell very much, probably. I don't know. That's my only guess. All right, we're finally cruising. That was a disaster of a takeoff, but we're back. I don't even want to do the rest of the stream anymore. Oh yeah, Zippy, the L10 is gorgeous, man. L10 is gorgeous. I just don't think it's going to happen. I feel like we would have seen something, or if it was going to happen, maybe they would have teased something by now, but they haven't teased anything. So maybe it's way, way in the back seat there. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the weather on the vertical cam, and you can see Boise's pretty much surrounded by some stuff. But we're en route. We're tracking. What happened? Just came back? Nothing. We just had... we had all kinds of issues on takeoff there, man. There's like, I think the cockpit texture mod just wasn't. It blanked out the arm, like the capture lights and all that stuff. It was like when you click the arm altitude, it should arm and all that. And so it was working, but I didn't think it was working. And then we went into out capture, but I couldn't tell. And then everything got jacked up. And then we were descending and climbing, and it was just it was a cluster. And the only person that was helpful was Virtual Flight Diary, so shout out to VFD. I love delivery too, Key 6. It was USB-C's fault, probably. It was, yeah, probably. USB-C's fault. If I didn't have a USB-C plugged in, Blackbird, I think it would work properly. Any builds will package in some Microsoft promo and it'll be half-assed? I hope not, Buckeye Fly, but who knows at this rate, man. Real Batman, yes, indeed. I'm gonna get back at you, man. Yes, I do have your email. I read it. Hey, good to see you, man. Thanks for the email. I really appreciate the info, dude. Yeah, I'll be in touch with you shortly after the stream. I think you sent that to me right when I went on a trip, so I'm just catching back up with everything right now. But we'll be in touch, man. I'll tell you what, Real Batman. Immersive 727 audio sound pack when? Because I'm using an FT-Sim pack on the 7.2, and it's just... It's not it, man. It's not it. Aerial Sim, been looking at the previous 707. Aerial Sim? Are you talking about for 2024? Or are you talking about the 720 or the 707 from Nimbus? Somebody posted the Nimbus 727 video, but the engine wobble in the Discord. I mean, it looks all right, but I just can't. I don't know if I can get back into the X-Plane thing, man. For 2024? Yeah, Vodka, I'll let Mickey G take out that 707. Give it a spin. You know what, Benny? The default sounds aren't bad. It's just, I thought they could be improved. So I downloaded the sound pack, the FT-Sim, just to see where it is. You know, how it sounds now after it's been updated. And on the ground, I think it's pretty good. But honestly, I think I'll probably switch back to default. I'll probably switch back to default, if I'm being honest with you. Jesus, this guy. I'm getting ready to ban this wingnut dude. Livery issue, binding issue, all I'm hearing is skill issue. Hey, you just worry about, never mind, I'm not going to. Thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate it. Hey. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. We got it. We got it now. No skill issues here. Wait till you see my Flaps 40 landing in Boise. Captain, going down the runway during takeoff rotation with airlines, you use the rudder to keep the aircraft on center line. Yes, 100%. If you don't, it will deviate from center line. Absolutely. Boise METAR right now, 290 at 5. 3 miles, overcast, 500. Ooh, juicy. Looks like we're going to actually have to shoot an approach in a 727. Aerial Sim 707 is coming for 24, maybe this year. Really? During rotation as well? Yes, you need to use the rudder to maintain center line in a crosswind. As you rotate, you're going to transition from rudder to aileron as the airplane weather vanes into the wind. 100%, yes. I'm gonna Google this. What is it? Aerial Sim 707? Where? Oh, they have their own website. Oh, dude, all they have is some renders. I saw these like 30 years ago. Yeah, wake me when it's out. I mean, I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. I think we'll be on to 2028 Microsoft Flight Sim. You know what? Microsoft Update was downloading an update for me. I guarantee you that's why I was having pending restart. No, I don't want 24H2. Pause updates for 5 weeks. That's what it was. My perf, well, probably that and the default airport. My perf was terrible on the ground. And I can almost guarantee you what was going on. No, I'm pausing the whole frickin' Windows update for 5 weeks. No, I have auto reboot off. But we're pausing all updates for 5 weeks. Seems like there's a lot of good stuff coming out this year. The Synaptic 220, Tolas 346. That, you know what? I'm more excited for the Tolas Aerosoft 346 than I am for the 220, if I'm being completely honest with you. Just because I think a really good A340 600 in 2024 would be fantastic. Because when the 340 dropped out, or when the 340 released in X-Plane, I loved it, man. We flew that thing quite some time.
Oakland Center, SkyWest 5621, flight level 330.
I can hear your voice in the background. Talk with the ATC. I know.
Oakland Center.
Man, it looks great there, but I don't like listening to the hydraulic humming the whole time. I guess we could turn it off, but is that going to mess up our flight controls? Ah, see, that's so much nicer. We got both flight control systems off. I need some chill music to keep me from rage quitting the stream. There we go. Outside sounds in cruise are terrible. Outside sounds in cruise on the FT Sim are not it. They are not it, chat. Not it. What's the livery? We're rocking the Western Airlines. A340 600 is too niche. Why doesn't anybody make a 200 or 300? Because we already have a default one wing nut. I think that's why. I actually like the 600 though. I like the engines. It just looks so much better. It is niche for sure. But nobody wants those hairdryer engines on the 2 and 300. Hydraulics off. Plane will drop from the sky. I hope not. If you're on the flight tracker cam, let me know. They had some great food. Mickey G, I saw your comment like when we first started, and then I stopped paying attention because everyone was rage baiting me in the chat, and I was trying not to crash the 727. But what are you cooking this weekend, man? It's the first weekend of college football. We got a big game at noon, big noon kickoff, man. It doesn't get any larger than this. Ohio State, Texas. We're gonna have to run the charter flight. Maybe we should do the charter flight on Friday. Are they playing in Ohio? I think they're playing in Ohio, aren't they? Where are they playing this Ohio State, Texas game? We need to run the charter flight. I would fly Braniff, Alaska interchange from Dallas to Anchorage or Western Continental on the same route. Earl, that's awesome, man. Blast from the past, huh? Yeah, look at that livery, man. Make aviation great again. It's in Columbus. Okay, that's what I thought. Are they doing the weird liveries, the weird uniforms for Ohio's? I saw a post about Ohio State showing off some ugly uniforms. I'm doing some ribs on the charcoal grill and a pork butt on the smoker. Ooh. I like where your head's at, Nikki G. I think I'm gonna do something similar. I just heard something spool down. Everything seems fine though. I think I'm gonna do a pulled pork Friday evening, so it'll be ready at like 10 a.m. on Saturday. That way I can wake up to the smell of the smoker going hard. And then I think we're gonna I might do wings. Because here's the problem. I got an early morning flight on Sunday. I thought about dropping it, but it's my last trip before NFL season starts. And it's Bogota, which I really like going down to Bogota. So what I think I'm going to do is do chicken, do some wings throughout the day, and then we'll have some pulled pork as well. I thought we were going to Europe. I'm not going to Europe until I can figure out how to get a good long hauler in Microsoft that I want to take. I don't want to fly X-Plane, man. I might just can the whole Europe tour. I'm unmotivated. We might be in trouble. SEC runs through Georgia. Go Dogs. Oh no, real Batman's a Dogs fan. Oh no. You know what, Diabetic Lad? I did think about the PMDG triple. What I was also thinking, though, is when we did the original Euro tour, remember we left JFK in the Tolas 319 and we'd max ranged it to London City? What if we took the Fenix 319 from JFK? Phoenix 319 with sharklets to London City. Instead of doing a long haul with a wide body, what if we took the Phoenix? I mean, it's the greatest airplane out there in the sim, to be honest with you. Mass unsubscribe if your tour gets canceled. Guru, how's your day going? It's all right, man. It started off rough, but we're getting there. Chat didn't help. Can't go wrong with wings. Wings are always my go-to. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because here's the thing. Next week, dude, we're doing a cookout on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We got 5 days of cooking out. So I want to save ribs for next week. Oh, a Citation 10. Phoenix for 747. Come on now. It's not the 74X. It's X-Plane, man. I don't get excited. It's just me. I just don't get excited when I get in that sim, you know? I get much more excited when I'm in Microsoft. Look at this. Look at this juice, man. Say what you want about this or that or flight this or dynamic that, but at the end of the day, I want to be excited and juiced out. Especially if you're going to be staring at it for a while. Is it the Neo? Yeah, they do the Neo. Well, actually, so Speedbird used to run a 318. It was Speedbird what? Speedbird 2? Or Speedbird 1? Speedbird 1 was the other direction. But Speedbird used to run an A318 from Kennedy to London City. And then they would go London City, stop in where? Dublin? Or they used to stop somewhere to get fuel and then go to JFK. On an A318. We could use an ACJ livery. That's right, Guru. Or a Virtual Flight Diaries. We could use an ACJ livery. Lots of claims out there. Phoenix VNAV is too aggressive with the sense. Any truth to that? Look, man. I've never had an issue with the Phoenix VNAV. I know it's being reworked. Is it perfect? No. But are the airplanes in the real world perfect? No. So I just chalk it up to whenever I'm in the Phoenix, if it does something weird, I feel like I'm just in an airplane that's doing something weird. You just got to be on top of it. It can bring you down steep on some arrivals, but there's ways to remedy that. I mean, you can make You could make an in-between altitude. You could make it a hard altitude. There's remedies around it. But I'm not going to sit here and say Fenix VNAV is perfect. I mean, I think it's well documented that they're also working on it. I think even Amir said they're working on the new VNAV. But there's nothing that's like, I don't fly the Fenix and see something that's egregiously like not realistic. They stopped in Shannon. Maybe that's where it was. They stopped in Shannon for fuel. Flight Sim Guy says, I fully support American 319 CFMB Sharky. We could... Oh, man. Should we take the American 319 instead of the Speedbid? Because then we could take a 319 Shark all the way. Why does Navigraph make it seem like only the 321 can barely cross the ocean, but not 319 and 20? I'm not sure, Earl. You mean SimBrief? So the 19, 20, and 21, the 19 has the greatest range. Unless you have ACTs, standard configuration, the 319 is going to outrange the 20 and the 21. Azores flies Ponte Delgada to Newark in a 320 Neo. Wow. You know what? I actually saw I think it was a 321 Neo from the green one. What is it? The Irish one that flies into Philly. Lucky Charms. What is that? Shamrock? Who's the Shamrock call sign? I saw them in Aer Lingus. Yes, Aer Lingus. I saw Aer Lingus in Philly in a 321 Neo. I thought that was kind of surprising. 777 and Battleship Gray. Ooh. I'll have to put a poll. Maviocious. 777 and Battleship Gray. We could go Newark to Heathrow. Battleship Gray 777 goes hard, man. Dulles. I'd rather cut my left foot off than go to Dulles.
Delta 745, Oakland Center, radar contact, continue climb to flight level 350.
319 Shark Lake, Tenerife to Madeira. Well, the problem is we got to get to Tenerife. Mexicana used to fly 319s from Mexico to YUL. Toronto? Where's that? It's in Canada somewhere. And they were passing the takeoff weight limitations because they would fill up tanks due to fuel costs in Canada. It was a flight I used to love dispatching. Wow, Flight Sim Dad. Oh, they were pushing the takeoff weight limitations. Wow. Try to do Speedbird San Diego Heathrow. Lost a couple nights ago. Lost interest. Yeah, I lose interest there. Boston, Dublin. Call sign Lucky Charms.
Good morning. Flight level 360.
Scuba, did they really say the 340 was going to drop this year? Maybe we should do it at 60,000 subs. Everyone, Captain, what do you think about the SJU previews? Hey, Abdilo, I can't wait, man. I was just there, real world. I was just in San Juan. So, yeah, looking good, man. Looking good. I either want... The thing is, I don't want to fly a 2-engine airplane long haul. 2-engine wide bodies are so mid to me. I either want the L1011, the MD-11 with the... If the MD-11 dropped with the new update, I would take that. The 777 is great, but man, it's so... I don't know why. I think the PMDG 777 is a fantastic add-on. It's nothing against PMDG. It's just my personal view on a 777 in general. It's just not it. Like, ugh. To me, if you cross an ocean, you should have more than 2 engines. Period. Whether you have 3 or 4 or 8, you should have more than 2 engines if you cross an ocean. ETOPS is mid. Oscar says the MD-11 will be longer than 30 days, but shorter than 60. See, now that you've got my interest peaked there. Go rogue with an American 319. Here, let me do a quick poll. I got an idea. I cannot type today. I cannot English today either. I can kind of agree, but engines have become much more reliable over the years. The higher thrust too, no need for smaller. Oh yeah, I'm not arguing it in real world application, Poltergeist. I'm just saying in sim world. In sim world, I want to relive the heydays of aviation where ETOPS didn't really take off yet. Before it all became about saving money, I want to go back to the days where they were just rolling coal for the hell of it. Oh, let's make this airplane go Mach 8.7. Sure, sign me up. What about the Antonov 225? It has 6 engines for good measure. That's good. Oh, logo lights a Falcon 50. That would be nice. Yeah, I do remember you crossed it in the 727. KT, what's up, man, over there? ETOPS is mid. I love that. Quote of the day. Yeah, ETOPS is mid. Mad Dog repo flight. Oh gosh, could you imagine trying to get the Mad Dog across? We got to start looking at some charts here pretty soon for Boise. All RNAV, so we can't do any of those. Center, what is the wind at Boise Air Terminal Airport? We either have a VOR to 10, an ILS to 10 right, or an ILS 2A right.
Doral 357, winds at Boise Air Terminal are 245 degrees at 5 knots.
245 at 5. ILS 28 right. (13.3). We might have to do a full procedure ILS. (110.15). All right, if you went off to work, looking forward to your email, brother. Got to move off some freight. All right, man. Take it easy, real bat, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. What was the 110.15? There's a waypoint alert. 110.15. That looks awesome right there. Would you fly the Concorde V1 if we had a decent one? I would, Andrew P. We did the Concorde before. But is there a decent Concorde for 2024? I don't know if there is. I thought about the A300. First ever wide body I flew on was 34500. I've never flown on a Quadrant since. It's never felt this cool. There you go. A300 is mid. Really? Somebody... I was thinking about doing an A300 flight just to see how she's doing in Sim Update 3. The only way to fly. That's the tagline of Western. Yeah. Jordan K98, what's up, man? This is why I love you, V1. You fly the jets that shaped aviation to what it is today. Yes, sir. I can just imagine when we do the 7.5. Oh, dude, when the 7.5, I am so pumped for the 7.5. So pumped, guys. There's so many good things with so many good airlines, so many good liveries we could fly. And we're not going to be taking it on a brand new, like, Delta livery, doing an Orlando turn out of Atlanta. We're not doing that. We're taking a bare metal 7.5 Straight wing, straight to Toncontin. Then we're going to fly some U.S. Airways ops, America West ops. The A300 flies great in Sim Update 3. You know, I've actually had some really good flights in the A300, so I like how you can see the crew members in there. Ah, the 727 is just so sexy looking though, isn't it? Just the how fast and just looks fast and sleek, and what an airplane. Just be careful taking the 5-7 into Cali, Colombia. Yeah, we'll do that one too. We'll have to go down to Colombia. Yeah, Diabetic Lad, I gotta look into a VPN. Are you gonna reinstall 2020? No, I will not. I'll be waiting for 24 for it to drop on 24. I wonder if we're getting a little loose in our flight controls since I have the hydraulic B's off. Applied to dispatch at the big leagues. I had a bunch of LORs going into it. Almost 2 years into the square. Wish me luck. Hey, KT94. Well, best of luck, my man. Best of luck. It will get released for 2020 first. I got a feeling it's going to release for 24 shortly thereafter. I actually think it would be a big mistake if they don't release it for both sims. We've already waited 5 years. What's another few months to get them to drop at both sims? The Landshark, yeah, they crashed a 727 at a DFW because they left the flaps up. Yep. That was a gnarly one, man. That was also the reason, Delta is the reason that we no longer can gain access to the flight deck recorders. Yeah, I think we got to turn our hydraulics on. I think she's getting a little squirrely. Plus, we're not in wing view anyway, so let's go ahead and get the hydraulic system pressurized. There we go. How are we looking? We're going waypoint 3 to 4. Are you allowed to raise the flight deck quarter? No. Narrow body ocean crossings are mid. Remember when you got a 7.6 even when going to Hawaii? Oh yeah, definitely. The last time I went to Hawaii, American 7.6 bare metal. Wife and I, we non-revved out there before we had kids. That was our last true vacation, which was like 8 years ago. Well, there's a massive snowstorm in Dallas. Everything was canceled, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get out today. We go to the airport, and I mean, the lines were out of the terminal because 90% of flights were canceled in DFW. It just so happened that the 7.6 that we were taking flew in that morning from like Ireland or something, or it flew in the night before. So it was already there, where everything else was canceled because it was trying to get in. They couldn't get in. They all diverted. So we get on. It's a wide open 7.6. We get upgraded. Yeah, 7.6 to Hawaii, man. It was great. 7.6 on the way back, too. I was told you press that button for early retirement. Well, it depends on the airplane. I know on the Airbus, if you press the erase button, it doesn't really erase it. I misspoke a few months ago. My uncle was a flight engineer on the 7.2 and L1011 for ATA. Nice. Then he got his 7.5 type rating and flew right seat a few months before they went bankrupt. Tell me about it. That's awesome, man. 7.2, L1011, and 7.5 type rating. What a time. Could you imagine that career progression, Wingnut? Imagine going to an airline and be like, all right, you're starting on the 727. Then you get typed on the L1011. Then you're like, I think I'm going to go something a little bit more modern. I'm going to get on the 757. What a freaking career progression of training. Now it's like, oh, you got a Embraer 170, and now you're on the A220, and now you're on the A350. You've never flown an airplane your whole career. What does turning off the hydraulics help on this plane during cruise? I don't know if it's gonna. I mean, I felt like the autopilot started getting loose, so I turned it on. I'm not sure if it actually does anything or not, but it made me nervous. I know for a fact it pressurizes the B system hydraulics. You can see our lights are out there. We're getting a warning light there. Probably need to start down here pretty soon. God knows when the builds L1011. Yeah, I think it's been canned, dude. I think the L1011 has been canned for mini builds. Yeah, diabetic lad for sure. For sure. Yeah, they flew with one off IRL, correct. You ran one and then you would alternate in cruise. Cockpit reflection, I know. That's a thing. I don't know why that's such a thing in 2020, man. We have cockpit reflections in the windows. I don't understand why. But that's why we're not flying X-Plane. Look at that view, man. Have you done go around beyond ATC? Yeah, we did one. I think we did one. Oh no, it was an X-Plane. I don't know if we've done a go around beyond ATC. Tyson, what's up, man? Most comfy jump seat sat on narrow body is 320. Oh yeah, 320's got great jump seat. How do you find the FSprojects 6 on the HOT test page for such an AB9? Thinking about getting it. I think it's fine on the HOTAS base, man. That's what I rocked that for years. If you're using a dedicated Airbus setup, I think that's great. It's not going to be perfect, but if going into force feedback isn't in your cards, then yeah, I think that'd probably be the next best setup. Oh, I need to sign up for the... oh, right, I got to sign up. I'll have to check my DMs. All right, the poll is pretty much set. We got to take an airplane with 3 engines or more. It's pretty much set. Wasn't there an order to go around in Florida, one of the first? Igloofu. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We did have a go around. Our very first go around was our first Beyond ATC stream. All right, I think we're gonna call ready for descent here. I think we're gonna need to start stepping down pretty soon. There's really nothing we can do except go to Boise and then, or we could just tempt fate and have them vector us. We're gonna do flaps 40 here because we do full flaps on this channel, unlike full flap sim. VREF 126. I thought about the 380. You know, I did think about the 380. I did think about the 380 indeed. No, weather radar still doesn't work. I wish it did. I wish it did. You know what seems to be jacking? I think our auto throttle seems a little bit of turbulence or something up here. Not even reinstalling the 2020 for Black Box 75? Nope. Nope, 2020 is dead to me. There is nothing in 2020 that is better than 2024 in terms of airplanes or add-ons or anything like that. It's all in 2024 for me. Salty works in 24 until you engage reversers, the wing comes off. That's a problem. Joe Planes, you're vibing? I just picked up a classical playlist. Random one. I remember back in your X-Plane stream, you mentioned something about an upgrade for the default 748. Ah, that's what I'm... Somebody DM'd me. I have to find it. Somebody said that you can get the 747-8 default working with FTSim. If I can get FTSim working with the default 748, then we'll probably take the 748. I think we'll have to. DC-6 4 engines. Captain Meta, here's the thought. Why not take the Spirit of St. Louis? That would be one hell of a flight, my man. Thanks for the 2 year. Appreciate you, man. That'd be a hell of a flight. Jamal says you can. Okay, so I need to look at that. Because I know I can download it. I've downloaded the 748. And I tried doing it myself, but I think I screwed it up because I don't think it's working. 740 cockpit protection is below mid. They're actually not that below mid. They're still better than anything in X-Plane. Need full flap sim to ferry over there in a DC-6? Could you imagine a DC-6? Well, here's the thing. Could I do the DC-6 and then let the autopilot do the whole flight and cruise? Like, could I go take a nap? Is there a feature where I could let it do auto cruise or whatever? How long would that take? Because that would take long. I mean, I feel like I could launch that and then literally go home, go to sleep. Viking Chicken, upgraded to commercial pilot. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the support. You'd have to manage fuel either way. Oh, it is only 2020? I think you're right. I think you're right. I think it hasn't been updated yet. Wingnut V1 Fila shared cockpit using shared flight and X-Plane. You know, that could work because he's in a different time zone than me. So he could definitely take over while I go to sleep. 12 hours in a DC-6. Oof. I just... Wingnut, when are you home, man? We should try the shared cockpit in the Felis. We should try to see if we can get it working. If we can get it working, that would be the only reason I use X-Plane, is if we can get the multi-crew working in the 7.4, I would do it. I think I would do that. That would be pretty fun. I have a fun idea for a members only stream. Well, DM me. All right, DM me, Key 6. Hopefully it doesn't get lost into the abyss. Viking Chicken, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Much appreciated, Viking Chicken. Very, very kind. Thank you. If you pick up a membership from Viking Chicken, shout them out, say thank you. We're going to have a lot of yogas for the next stream. I can feel it. Blackbird dropped the 50. Viking dropped 10. That's 60 new yogas members. I know, a Blackbird would be nice. What did you do? I ran shared cockpit before Friction Mafia a long time ago. I ran it with my buddy Phantom. It takes some setup, but it's really, or it just takes, once you get it installed, it's not that bad. Because the install is pretty straightforward. Then you just do a little bit of setup of like configuring the master and slave and all that, and then you connect that, and then you connect the plugin essentially, and then you're good to go. We did it, I think we did it twice on X-Plane in the Tolus. I think we did 2 Tolus streams doing shared cockpit. It was pretty fun. Let me see if I can find one. Let me see. Let me search for shared. Multi-crew. The Cactus Showdown 5 years ago, chat. Hold on. And then we gotta get ready for, then we gotta get ready. 5 years ago. Look at this. This was before Vatson got a thorn up their butt. Look at that. Look at the cactus tails there. That's the OG countdown song. You guys remember that? Hello, hello. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Good to have everybody here in chat. Wow, can I say this is an awesome turnout already. That's so cringe. Look at all the cactuses out there, though. So this is a kind of a first test. I've never done it on stream, but we should be able to. Look how dark that
stream
cockpit
this
is. Nothing.
without
Some things
fail.
never
Hopefully we
change.
did a
Some
test
things
flight,
never change.
And we're gonna
You need
work
nods to
through
fly an
entire
X-plane.
flight with you as a real cockpit
I'm never flying
crew
X-plane again until they
would
can
do
figure
so.
that
Now,
out.
ironically, Phantom used to work at the same company I used to work. I don't think we ever flew together. Setting up the box for me is I could pay a little bit more attention.
Oh, look,
to you
someone
guys
just
here in chat
you
as
missed
well,
it. There was a contrail
especially
there.
during the ground
Sim.
sync phase. So there isn't necessarily a checklist that we run. MELs or that pop up there, but I heard the alarm. I don't know what.
FO works. The radio's on the ground, so when we take off, that departure frequency is already ready to go, and all you got to do is hit that swap button, and we're on the right frequency.
Yep. So that's exactly right. So instead of, you guys know when I'm.
He actually has his little
I see.
radio thing set up
Yeah,
too.
it's
For
32.
his mic
55.
sounds like he's
Yeah, I
actually on
missed
the
that
radio.
too. All right,
Yeah.
so I'll just do a quick review of this flight plan here. Oops, I popped out that thing, so I'm going to go into plan mode. Let's zoom it in.
He
here.
loaded up the whole box.
Wait until we're clear and push.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to call up the tug driver. If you guys do get.
Look at that 319 US
Got a
Airways
Boeing
baby
here.
blue.
Here.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, shoot, that was 5 years ago, chat. We did that stream. Might be something to think about. We need to start down. Let's call ready for descent.
Doral 357, ready for descent.
Doral 357, Boise Air Terminal, Gowan Fault Airport landing, runway 28 left.
Boise Air Terminal, Gowan Fault Airport.
Make
landing
V1
runway
great again.
28 left. Doral 357.
Doral 357, descend and maintain flight level 290.
Descend and maintain flight level 290. Doral 357.
All right, 290. We're going to go to RMU. Oh, yeah, see, it did change. IAS hold. Power's coming back. Down we go. Sounds are coming up. We got to go to work. All right, we're going down to 290, landing 28 left. Minimum is going to be 200. Charts, let's double check. Yeah, 250 actually on the barrel, on the red out. 250 is set. We need to set our perf speeds. I hope it doesn't bug that one. So 30, we'll do that. Set speeds. VREF 126. 1,000 a level off. Checks. I remember that stream. I always thought it was pretty good. That's crazy. You guys remember that. 5 years ago. I think that was in my first house, too, actually. When I first started the channel. It wasn't even at an HQ. It was at a house that had appropriate internet. All right, 290. Let's get the auto throttle back on. Help me out here. Can you see the knob and buttons move in shared cockpit when the other guy pushes them? Yes, I believe you can. There were there was a couple little funky things, like you can't, if you were to pop out the McDo and make it a 2D panel, then you would type in it, it would get unsynced. But basically, as long as you did all your interactions in the 3D cockpit and didn't do any pop-out stuff, it would work. And that's fine, because in the Felis, there's no pop-out stuff to use. So I'm still waiting for the 7.2 to come to X-Plane 12, one of my favorite birds since I see them where I used to live. Oil spill response. Nice, TSC. We actually have the oil spill response livery and spray kit, I think, in 2024. I know, Austin Gray, isn't that crazy? Back then, we thought it was epic, too. We thought, oh, this is next generation. Now look at the window right now. Kidding me? Yeah, he would 100% be the flight engineer.
Salt Lake Center, Delta 745, good morning, flight level tree 50.
TSC, I'd consider flying whatever aircraft allowed me to stay employed and be based where I want to be based, man. That's the reality of it, man. There's like, people make big deals with Boeing, Airbus, yada, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is when you fly whatever airplane gives you the quality of life you want. I'll fly a freaking King Air if it gave me the same quality of life. I just realized I missed a Blackbird Tiller review. Do I need to get one? Key 6. For sure, man. So I haven't done a full review yet. But this was our first attempted stream with it. And you can see how big it is, man. Like, I have to move my camera all the way back here. This is the full-size 737 style tiller. And I'm going to be doing a dedicated video review here pretty quick. Just going to finish the recording. And then I'm going to show you the differences between this and the Cat 3. But for the price, it's pretty dang good, man, because it's modular. You just buy a different faceplate, you could swap it off. So I like what Blackbird's doing for sure. It is quite large though, so make sure you. I mean, that's my hand. Like my hand is bigger. I mean, it's a big tiller. There's like a full size Jetty thing, and it's about the same size as that. It's huge. So, full review video coming soon. I actually saw XP72 posted a video reviewing it, which is good too. So make sure you check out XP72. He already has his video out. Who dropped that 20 gifted sub? Charlie Xavier dropping the 20 gifted sub. My man, thank you so much for the support, Charlie. I appreciate you. If you pick up a membership, please shout out Charlie for the gifted subs. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much for the support, sir. Gary Gold, what's going on, man? All right, looks like we just picked up the Boise Air Terminal VOR, right, on 13.3. Yes, indeed. All right, so I'm going to have to see where they vector us here, but 110.15, 282. I'm actually going to have 282 dialed in as a reference. Pretty much coming parallel or perpendicular right now, huh? All right, 282. That's the runway course line for 28 right. And current mileage 98 miles. See if I can tune in Boise 8 as yet.
Yankee 145 Zulu. Wind 270 at 5. Visibility 3. Mist. Ceiling 200 overcast.
200 overcast?
Temperature 18. 2.17. Altimeter 3005. Landing and departing runways 28 left, 28 right. Advise on initial contact, you have information Yankee.
Information Yankee.
Boise Air Terminal Ground FLD Airport information Yankee. 1456 Zulu. Wind 270 at 5.
270 at 5. All right, back to center.
Salt Lake Center, Doral 357, flight level 290.
Doral 357, turn left, heading 355 vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 355, Doral 357.
All right, why don't I like the fact that
Doral 357, descend and maintain flight level 230.
why can't I get into heading select?
Descend and maintain flight level 230, Doral 357.
Doral 357, turn left, heading 295.
Turn left, heading 295, Doral 357.
I got
Doral
a feeling
357, contact Salt Lake Center 128.05.
that this is going to be a wild vector. All right, 295, 230 is set.
On 128.05, Doral 357, have a good one.
Altitude is armed.
Salt
Is
Lake
Just Flight
Center,
RJ
Doral
worth it? Oh yeah, for sure.
357,
Just Flight
flight
RJ
level
is great.
280.
Doral 357, Salt Lake Center, roger.
Oh, this guy sounds like Wingnut. Sounds all serious. So serious. Why is he vectoring me to the left here? I'm actually going to have this set up direct to the airport. I'm not sure what he wants to bring me in to the left, but we'll follow his instruction. We'll see what he does here. Well, good thing the vectors aren't around weather. Not to mention there isn't any terrain around buoys or anything. Yeah, that I'm a little bit unsure, considering he just put us on a perpendicular
1,000 to go.
heading here. At least I can keep track of it with the flight tracker. Maybe he turned us left because I cut the corner and I didn't tell him. Maybe he wants us back on this course line. I bet she gives us a right turn here soon. Alright, let's double... Oh, you know what we never turned on? We never turned on the windows. Yeah, FT Sim, we had a good run, but I think you're done on the 727. I think FT Sim is done.
Doral 357, turn right, heading 010.
Turn right, heading 010, Doral 357.
Not having a hardware heading bug is killer in this airplane. Why did they have to change all the refs? You know? It used to work flawlessly with the honeycomb. Outside air temp is -8. Keep an eye on that for engine anti-ice. Wait, what altitude did he want us at? Oh my gosh. See, this is the problem. I can't tell if it's armed or not. There we go. Altitude armed. We're just going to level at 14th now. He's going to yell at us. We might have to just self-vector ourselves in here. That's called Volanta, Ben. Volanta.
1,000 to go.
Alright, see, now it's captured. Where are we going? Where are we going? I wonder if I can get a direct...
SkyWest 3769.
SkyWest.
Salt Lake Center 118.05.
Contact Salt Lake Center 118.05, SkyWest 3769.
The visible wiring under the flight deck? Yeah. Anyone tried the Mark 1 Dragon freeware? Never heard of it, anybody. Never heard of that. Mouse is doing some weird laggy thing. I don't know what's going on with it. Where are we going? I'm gonna vector myself. I think we messed up when we descended through the altitude he wanted us to. I didn't want the scenic vectors. No, it's taking us all the way around. We're gonna do our own thing here. Sector altitude 6,300. Okay, let's do a couple things. Let me spin in 282. Let's put, good thing I have them dialed in. Get the loc out there.
Doral Tree 57, turn left, heading 300.
Yeah, no thank you, sir.
Turn left, heading 300, Doral 357.
I'm just going to ignore you. Could it be the first pilot to get kicked off beyond ATC? Well, I just don't want to fly all the way north. Sector altitude 9,500 feet. Let's descend and maintain 12,000.
Doral Tree 57, turn left, heading 290.
Altitude arm, vertical
Turn
sped.
left, heading 290, Doral 357.
Nice horn cut out.
To go.
1,000 to level off. It should arm, or it should be armed. Do a little self-vectoring here. So this is our airport needle there. We got it dialed in. You could definitely tell the cockpit mod screwed up the colors. Let's go ahead and bug 250 knots. Alright, if we take it all the way out to Zetil, that's 7,000 feet. And that's approximately, Zetil is 18 miles from the loc. We're 40 miles from the airport off to the south. We're looking good here. Is there a way to show be ILS on layers here.
Alaska 626, contact Seattle Center 132.6.
I thought that would be cool if you could show the approach on the track.
Center on 132.6, Alaska 626.
Oh my gosh, failures would be a pain, absolutely. AJ's in the house, oh boy. Oh, that looks awesome though, look at that. The aluminum from FS Capital is just perfect. Perfect.
American 2216, contact Salt Lake Center 118.05.
Center on 118.05, American 2216.
I'm actually going to come a little bit closer. Let's come into 060. And then we'll set up more parallel here. Welcome to Boise. Looks like there's some rain over there. X-Plane is better. I mean, X-Plane FlyJ Sim has better sounds. That's it. That's what I should have loaded up just to see what it sounded like again. So I got a two-step verification code for a system I use. It was 875720. Bluebird 757 when? Nice. August of 2020. Have X-Plane get rid of the weird gray clouds, what it had at the release? It's definitely better, Friction Mafia. Yeah, there are some aspects of the X-Plane clouds which are nice, but Fabiano brought up a good point at the end of the stream yesterday, or whatever we flew the 7-4. The new lighting engine is great, and the clouds are much better, but the problem with the new lighting is it makes everything, you can see how awful everything else looks. Because the lighting is lighting stuff up now. Models don't look good, textures don't look good.
6,000 feet for flight level 190 direct by.
Now I haven't tried the Flight Factor 777, which I heard was made for X-Plane 12, which is definitely better. But all the other add-ons that are ported over, they just don't cut it, man.
Climb, maintain flight
yeah, this is
level
2024.
423, November 510 Delta, Victor.
Yeah, the anti-aliasing is tough. Anti-aliasing. That looks great, though. All right. Outside air temp is zeros. It's like perfect for icing conditions. Where is my engine anti-ice? So Windows, anti-ice, engine 1, 2, wings, engine.
Doral Tree 57, contact Big Sky Approach 119.6, have a good flight.
Contact Big Sky Approach, Doral 357. Big Sky Approach, Doral 357, 12,100. We have Yankee.
Oh yeah, Barrel Ref update.
Doral 357, Big Sky Approach. Altimeter 3005. Expect radar vectors for RNAV X-ray runway 28 left.
Yeah, negative.
Altimeter 3005, expect radar vectors for ER, nav X-ray runway 28 left, Doral 357.
All right, now we're picking up the log. Approach, Doral 357, request radar vectors, ILS 28 right. I don't think it'll swap me, but I'm going to ask.
Doral 357, roger, say approach.
Request ILS 28 right.
Doral 357, I didn't get the approach, say again.
Why don't it doesn't even have that option? Never mind. We'll just cancel it.
Cancel approach. Change
Why is my
request. Doral
mouse doing a
357.
weird lag thing?
Doral 357, roger. Approach change request canceled.
My mouse is doing this weird. Oh gosh. It's like doing this weird. It's not moving where I'm moving it. It's doing something weird. Alright, we're going to set 7. Alright. Arm you. Down we go. Slats are coming out. Need to plug the mouse into USB-C. Don't get me started. Flaps 5. Ten for 9. Lights are coming on. All right, so 18 miles. Yeah, we're still tracking outbound. Let me flip you DME2 to the low course. We got no DME. Yeah, we do. 15 miles off the number 1 low. So I'll tell you what, I'll put you back onto the Boise VOR. We're 15 miles. We're going down 7,000 at 15. No spoilers with flaps. I forgot about that. "18 miles is Tito's," or whatever it's called. My mouse does that. The finger sort of sticks or something interfering with the sim. Yeah, yeah. That's what's happening to mine. I feel like it's like something is making it.
1,000 to go.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how else to explain it. It's not moving where I tell it to move. Stop calling me. We're gonna bug 160. Altitude capture. 14 miles. We'll slow up here. It could very much be OBS. You're absolutely right. Let's take it down to 6. Yeah, see, I can't put my mouse over where I want to put it. That's so weird. This is driving me nuts. I can't manipulate it. This airplane's hard enough to fly, let alone when your manipulators start getting all jacked up. 13 miles is 11.5 is 6, so we're looking good. Oh, I never started flight recorder. Good luck getting this started. I can't see. I can't click on flight recorder. Altitude capture. That loc is going to move fast when it does come alive. Can't click start replay. There we go. I got a recording.
All aircraft be advised information Zulu now current. Altimeter 3005.
Is this thing gonna move or what? Oh, I clicked it one too far. We ain't got time for this. We're gonna hand fly it.
Doral 357, contact Boise Tower 118.1.
Over to Tower 118.1, Doral 357. Have a good morning. Boise Tower, Doral 357, RNAV X-ray runway 28 left.
What? Why are my flaps? Chat, my flaps just retracted. My flaps just retracted. Oh my gosh.
Doral 357.
Oh my gosh, my flaps literally just retracted.
SkyWest 30 for 54, contact Big Sky departure.
Contact Big Sky departure, SkyWest 30 for 54.
Chad, I'm scared. I don't know if I'm going to be able to slow down here. I'm getting high on that slope for sure. Come on, baby. Alright, flaps are coming in full now. I just feel like we're going to see a mountain goat crash. This is not good. This flight director is clearly not doing what I want it to do.
Doral 357, wind 270 at 5, runway 28 left cleared to land.
Runway 28 left cleared to land, Doral 357.
I probably should have checked to see if my scenery installed. I downloaded the vertical sim. Auto brake disarm, check. I see some lights out there. A little bit low, correcting.
Approaching minimums.
FedEx 624 Heavy, ready for departure. Runway 28 left.
FedEx 624 Heavy, hold short of 28 left, arriving traffic.
Except we're landing on
Roger,
28
hold
right,
short of
so-
28 left. FedEx 624 Heavy.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
FedEx 624 Heavy, runway 28 left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait. Runway 28 left. FedEx 624 Heavy.
Only got 2 in reverse. Something's going on with my reverse binding, but
Doral Tree 57, exit right at Golf.
Exit right at Golf, Doral 357.
Okay, I can't stand the Doral thing anymore, so I'm just going to end beyond ATC because I can't stand them when they calling me Doral. Oh my gosh, look, we got like 3 sceneries going on here. Look at it. Something is going on. Look at my mouse. I can't move my mouse in a straight line, and we got like 3 different sceneries loaded up here. My goodness. Alright.
On behalf of ourselves and the entire cabin crew, we would like to thank you for flying with us.
We've survived. We survived. This is the high production quality we've come to expect from V1 Sim. You can F right off, Mr. Wignut. There was a moment there on the approach where I was like, I think I'm ready to just Alt F4 this stream. Something's going on. I can see the fact that my mouse is doing this weird lag thing, something is causing an issue somewhere. Something is causing an issue. But I'm gonna stop the recording if I can get my mouse over here. This is so bizarre. I've never had anything like this with my mouse. At least we got ourselves a tiller. Now, you know what's weird? My tiller light went out on the approach. You see that? See how dark it is? My tiller light went out. What's up with that? Multiple sceneries, but it's something other than, it's something else. It's something more than that. Something more than that. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit of a curve in there for this, and then we'll be good to go. I guess I thought that the vertical sim was compatible. I guess it's not. You guys run vertical sim in 24? I thought I used to use this scenery in 24, but maybe not. Oh, they've got jetways that go from the ground up. Yeah. I think we done screwed something up, chat. We're going to take gate 9er here. Something is definitely foobarred. Yeah, I've got something else going on for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking.
What?
Please be seated until the seatbelt sign is turned off. We have to wait for instructions from the ATC. So next few minutes, we should continue taxi to our gate. Thank you for your patience.
Okay. All right, I'm not going to shut it down because I just want to do replay mode. I don't know why. Yeah, something is buggered up. Look at our self-vectoring. Let's end the flight. I can't click where I want to click. A 155. Hey, I'll take that. A 155 at flaps 40. That's a lot better than our like minus 300 that we had before. So we got a 155 with the flaps 40. I'll take it. Let me try to get the replay going on here. Waiting for the rampers to come at the gumption to park us. That's about true. All right, replay's on. Running forward. I'm gonna let it all load in here. So what happened was I went to use my Bravo flap lever and not the flap track, and then I touched it. It sent them all to 0. So we had a lot of things wrong with this flight. I feel like I don't think I'm ever going to stream the 727 again. I feel like every time I fly the 727, stuff just goes wrong. Whether it's FSS or a sim or something else, I don't think I'm ever going to stream this airplane again. I think it's dead to me. I love it though. I love the 727. We got some flap shake. Those flaps look pretty good right there. Look at that. Maybe I'll wait for the Super. Alright, flaps are in, the slats are out. 727 has a fundamental issue located between the chair and the yoke. Are you saying me? Yeah, see, we're missing flap texture on the left side. That's sad. It's the 720. I'm surprised we haven't crashed this airplane. Of all the airplanes that we've flown on the channel, the only one I've crashed is the Mad Dog. I can't believe it. I feel like this is the one I should have crashed. Hold it off for the butter. Oh. Lightning going on in the background. It doesn't help that we're landing in a thunderstorm. Hold it off. Find the... Oh my goodness. That's a textbook flap 40 landing though. That was a textbook flap 40 landing. Absolutely textbook. Let's get the Faviano replay mode. We're going to reset position. We're going to do that off. Wait, hold on. Reset. Lock it. And do this. Lock it. Close it. Oh, my mouse is driving me insane. Oh my gosh, I can't. This is ridiculous. I'm done. There's your sail. Thanks for the stream. Blackbird Controls. Shout out the Blackbird Controls tiller. Review video coming soon. I will have up some details on this tiller here pretty soon, and kind of showing you how I've got mine set up, what I've got it mounted on. Would recommend putting in a little bit of a curve. I'll play with mine. Once I figure out what my curve is, I'll make sure to post it for you to take a look at as well. Shout out Blackbird Controls. Thank you for the 50 gifted subs today as well with your super chat. Appreciate all your support you've given me over the years, especially the last year, man. Love to see Blackbird Controls taking off. Thank you, Viking Chicken, for the super chat. Thank you, Charlie Xavier, for the gifted subs as well. Captain Nettie, Wingnut, the troll himself, thank you for the $5 super chats. Mr. Hated J. Robbins, thank you, Mr. Virtual Flight Diaries, the only nice gentleman on the stream today. And Captain Simp with a $2 super chat as well. Thank you all for the monetary support. You guys have been awesome. I'm going to figure out what I want to fly, if I ever want to fly again here. And, or I might just take a sabbatical from streaming and just start making some videos. You guys have been awesome. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy on V1.